Hello and welcome to another Dragonstorm Studios video. Today, we wrap up our deep dive into last month's Inktober drawings, where I drew a picture every day for the month of October for the Magic the Gathering Community Challenge. On the 25th, a prompt from the makers of Magic the Gathering called for a vampire, and my first thought was the planeswalker Sorin Markov. Due to his nature as one of the oldest planeswalkers, he is exceptionally powerful. But unlike many other old and mighty planeswalkers like Nicol Bolas, Sorin doesn't have an overarching plan for conquest. He more seeks personal satisfaction and travels regularly far and wide to achieve these ends. Although he does care for his home plane of Innistrad, Sorin is often away and out of touch. And many of the decisions he has made, including the creation of the Angel Avacyn, have alienated other vampires from him and his ambitions. And as I have read more about the lore, from Innistrad in particular, I feel more knowledgeable than I was during last week's Liesa video. Sorin has often been described as self-centered and brooding, as we can see in the feud with his former friend Nahiri over not helping against the Eldrazi on Zendikar. As a result, he is often shown as pensive, brooding, stoic. And this gives me a chance to draw a profile or side view of the face for our subject here today. As we pick up the picture, you're going to see lots and lots of shading in this video for the remainder. Sorin, being a vampire, wears a lot of black. It actually will really nicely contrast the white hair and the more pale skin of the vampire in this picture. And I'm going to do lots of jump cuts because there's an awful lot of shading in. In fact, the pencil gets smaller and smaller as I end up sharpening again and again in this particular scene. We are going to be actually shading in the hair a little bit, only because the hair itself being white requires a little bit of balance between some light grays. So I'm going to shade in and then take the eraser and use the eraser as my drawing tool to get rid of some of that shading. And once again, back to shading in the background. I decided that I wanted to have Sorin kind of holding a glowing orb or casting a light spell of some sort to be able to see around. Maybe he's in some unnatural darkness in the everlasting night, the eternal night of Innistrad. And just by shading in again, that background allows that gradual change from light to dark. I'm also going to use the eraser to create some reflections on the clothing. And because it's so dark in the scene and on the clothing, I'm just going to use my thumb to drag off that graphite from the eraser. And that just creates that wonderful ability for the eraser to keep doing its job. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day, and we will see you next time.